Hello my friends, and welcome once again to another episode of Over the Hill Mountain Biking. Now today I'm doing something a little bit different. I have parked just below the dam at Haweswater in the valley there, and I'm riding up what is known as the old concrete road. Now this isn't exactly a public road, although it is perfectly drivable. I suspect it was built to allow the construction vehicles to get access to this remote valley in order to build the actual dam itself.
Yeah, it's cold.
Basically, this road takes us up and out of the Haweswater Valley over into the next valley. Don't have to ride this road, but I just felt like riding because it is quite unique, and it's in the next valley where the ride proper starts. And the purpose of this ride is to find Monty's house. If you don't know who Monty is, or where his house is, or what it's about, I will tell you very shortly.
So I am doing this route to find what's known as Monty's house. This was a house that was featured on the film Withnail And I, absolute cult classic, one of my favourite films, probably my most favourite film. And there are two houses up here that one is extremely remote. I think that the first one is Monty's house. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. The second one, I think, is a bothy called Mosedale bothy, which is much further, and it's so remote. It must be the most remote house in England, I think, or house property in England. Anyway, I'm going to go and check them both out and hopefully have a nice ride in the process. Oh, there's some icy patches on the road. It rained last night or yesterday evening, and it's frozen overnight, so I'm taking it canny. Here's another one. Woo.
After quite a way, the old concrete road finally spit us out onto some proper tarmac, but not for long before we turned off right again.
And we should turn right down here. Yes, yes we do. You can't see it, but to my left there's a small lake created by a dam on the river. It's called Sleddale, or Sleddale as we call it in Cumbria, and it's aptly named. Ooh, there's a buzzard. It's aptly named because it rains a hell of a lot here. As you will see if you watch Withnail And I. Now I think this here is the house. It's got some work going on. This is it.
If you've never seen the film Withnail And I, it's an absolute cult classic. Here is a brief synopsis. It's about two out-of-work actors living in London in the late 60s, played by Paul McGann and the great Richard E. Grant. They decide to spend a few days at a holiday home in the Lake District owned by Richard's character's Uncle Monty, who's played by the wonderful Richard Griffiths. And of course, things don't go smoothly.
I might be wrong. I'm not entirely sure.
Unfortunately, I was a little bit premature. This wasn't the house that played the part as Monty's house. It was in fact a barn, and I had to continue searching up the valley.
So no, this isn't it. This looks more promising. Cracking view. I don't know if you can see it. The lake down the bottom, and this definitely is Monty's house. It looks like there's a sign stopping you from going in, which doesn't surprise me. I know, it's not. Yes, this is it. This is definitely it. Monty's house. This is definitely the place. Excuse me. I'll walk through here. Look at that for a view. Fantastic. Oh, it's got a, well, that's a septic tank, I think. All mod cons. I don't know if you can see in there. There's a picture. I think it's supposed to be Paul McCann. He was in the film. I'm so happy to have finally found it. Of course, that does leave the other house that I was going to see, which is the bothy, Mosedale bothy. So I'll head off and check that out as well, which is extremely remote up this valley.
The rest of the ride was not only very wet, but very boggy, and a freezing cold day in February was very much the wrong time of year to be riding this trail.
You can see what I've climbed. There's Monty's cottage below. Looking down into wet Sleddale. With the Pennines in the background. Oh, whew, out of breath. Excuse me. I'm on the right track here. I can see where I've got to go. I should be heading for a bridge. Very slippy. Icy wet rocks. Wet. Now normally you'd turn right here and ride out the valley, but I'm going to see this bothy, check it out, and then double back on myself, come back to this bridge or ride. I think there's a track just up here, bridleway. Oh, don't know if this is a good idea for an e-bike. Bloody hell. Why did I choose this route? Oh. Bloody hell. Riding up a stream. Here I am at Mosedale bothy. I'm assuming there's nobody here. It should be open, I think. See if we can get inside. Yes. Oh. It's actually quite warm. Sleeping platforms. Another bedroom. Eek. I don't know what to use this for. I hope the camera's picking all this up. Oh, another bunks. Nice pink paintwork. Pink paintwork. Lovely. Oh, could be quite cosy as long as you've got some wood to burn. Don't know what's that's padlocked. These are all padlocked. So this is not. I originally thought this might have been Monty's cottage, but it's not. The previous cottage was definitely it. But this place is super remote, and I'm assuming it was here originally because just above me you can probably see there's some quarrying work that has been going on over the centuries, or disused now, but I'm assuming it was here for that reason, either, or it was a crofter's cottage. I don't know. It's certainly remote.
The bridleway actually carries on from here, but I'm going to double back on myself, head back the way I came for a short distance, and then veer off to the left and ride out of the valley.
Right, hang on a second. That is where I've been. You can't quite see the bridge from here. Came down so diagonally from top to the bottom right. Went up the valley to the bothy. I've come back. There is a track down the bottom, which is just here, which will come up and meet this one. And hopefully the quality of it will get a bit better, because that was bloody awful. That's an absolute bog trot. My feet are soaking, freezing cold. I'm going to stop now for something to eat. It's nice and sunny now. It is so remote out here. I was just thinking, I haven't seen a soul since I started this ride, other than a farmer in his tractor at the start, and I think someone in a car, and that was it. So it's truly, truly remote here. Well, certainly isn't February anyway. Maybe it wasn't the best month to come and ride this, because that last section was an absolute bog trot. I don't think it'll ever be dry, but in summer it might be drier than at present. And certainly, if you want to get away from the crowds in the middle of summer in the Lake District, well, this is probably your perfect ride. Whew, right, time to continue. Squeaky brakes, what a pain in the ass.
Now, the other side of this gate is where things went a little bit pear-shaped for me, and I went the wrong direction. Just the other side, the path actually splits, and I took the right path. I should have taken the path directly in front of me, and I ended up coming down the wrong way. So bear that in mind if you ever want to ride this ride.
He says, oh, I'm not going to ride that. I'm not filming this descent because it is so steep and so slippery. It's sort of half frozen, and the consequences of sliding off into that gill are quite high. So I'm just walking it down, and also my disc brakes are absolutely squealing like a banshee, which is not pleasant. So I'm walking down this bit, but I'll soon jump back on.
Now, if, unlike me, you take the correct route after that little gate, the path should come down from the top left of this image. I don't know if it's rideable or not. I'm assuming it will be more rideable than what I just attempted, but it should get you down to this section here.
Finally, but I can ride. Yeehaw. It's fun after all that carrying the bike down the hill, down the gill.
The name of the gill here goes by the wonderful name of Hobgrumble Gill. Don't you just love it?
Now there is another route here. You could extend this by taking the bridle away. It goes up on the left here somewhere, and it's called the Corpse Road. Lovely name, the Corpse Road, and it takes you, it climbs up over this hill and then descends into next to Haweswater. Oh.
And if you did want to extend this ride, this is where you would turn left up onto the Corpse Road, take you over into Haweswater Valley. Then finally, all that's left is a super fast descent down the valley and then a ride back down the concrete road to where we started. So, as ever, I say, would I recommend this ride? Not exactly. I mean, if you want to ride it, I would suggest riding it in the height of summer, say August, when the lakes are absolutely thronged with tourists. This would make a great get away from it all ride, and do it in the driest of weather as possible. You'll still get wet because it will always be wet in wet Sleddale. If, like me, you're a big fan of Withnail And I, then it's certainly a bit of a pilgrimage ride. Although I'm not sure they actually encourage you to go to this house. All I can say is please leave the place as you find it, and all should be okay. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching. If you did like this video, please consider subscribing. And if you do, please also hit that notification bell, and you will be notified of any videos that I upload in future. So take care, peace, love, and I'll see you all in the next video.